Okay. Hello, brothers and sisters. This is mostly for the sisters, to be quite honest. This is mostly for the females. Um, I just want to, talk to the sisters real quick, to be quite honest with you. Yo, my sisters, you're the most important thing on this planet. You're the most important thing ever. Do you know who your true mother is? If you don't, I'll tell you, that's fine. I'm not trying to, change no one's mind or anything like that. But I want to tell you, your real mother is Tiamat. Mother Gaia. That's your true mother. Alright? Before the men were around, you were around. I'm dead serious. There was a period in time when it was just women. And they were giving birth all by themselves. Yes. You used to do that. If you're so-called black, and well, basically, if you were what the government tells you, this is what the government labeled us as, alright? If you black, Afro-Hispanic, and everything like that, you are part of Gaia herself. You were made from her image, basically. We are her children. Same thing as the brothers, alright? But you women are literally the embodiment of the cosmic dragon mother. Okay? Because you think Mother Gaia is just not a dragon? No, she is. She is a dragon. Okay? Her name is Tiamat. Her name is Tiamat. Look at the Babylonian story. Trust me. There's so many smart women out here on Facebook that I have been noticing on my page. You female women are getting more smarter right now than the men, and I'm like, don't worry, the men will follow suit. Look, I'm saying this right now, ladies, when you are becoming more in tune to thyself, and you know who you are, and you go and you step into your power, the brothers are going to follow suit, like candy. I guarantee you, not because they want to mate with you or anything like that, no, because they respect the shit out of you. That's because of it, all right? And if you fall in love and, you want to be with that person and value that person, then okay, that's just a bonus. That's really just a bonus. That's really it, But knowing thyself is what really you show know. I made a video on YouTube talking about what you were in ancient times. So if you ever want me to, show you that video or send a link to it, let me know. I made a playlist on my own channel on YouTube, so if you ever want to see that video, let me know. I'll send you a link to it. I would love to send you a link to it, sisters. I will. I did the same video too with the brothers. So and if a brother is watching this too, just so you know, respect these sisters. All right? I am dead serious. There's a lot of brothers out here that want to disrespect these sisters, and I'll tell you this: that's karma. That's karma. The planet herself is a female. You don't think that's gonna not do anything to you? You think she's not gonna do anything to you? The hell's on with your ass? The hell's on with your ass? The other name for Tiamat is Tarat. If you watch the show Moon Knight on Disney Plus, you see Tarat. You see her there, Tarat. And I'll look this up right now. It's just for you guys to get a hint of what you ladies actually look like in the spiritual world. Some of you guys look different. I mean, some of you ladies look different, obviously. Duh. But, Tiamat. Let me put Tiamat first. Hold on, I think there we go. So, Tiamat is part of the planet. She's part of the planet. But she's also part of the the cosmos, the what we call space. She's part of that too. Have you ever heard of the Draco constellation? If you haven't, there's a star constellation that's called the Draco constellation. There's different star constellations like Aries and Gemini and all that stuff. So there's a star constellation of Draco, and that is the cosmic mom. That's Tiamat. She was just she was literally chopped in half because the whole battle between Marduk and her. And I don't want to talk about Marduk because if I did that, I'll be here all day. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't care if he... Look, I have a problem with that guy. I just need to say that right now. You don't chop mama in half. I'm saying that right now. The fuck. Alright? Seriously. And most people be like, why you get that type of way. It's because that's the rage and fury that we should have. The reason we don't have that rage and fury is because they want us to say that kumbaya bullshit, love everybody and all that shit. And yet the same people that you want to love and say kumbaya are literally killing you and want to rape your children and rape you and kill you and make fucking shit out of you. Come on, guys. Come on, ladies. I would tell these to the ladies most because they're all smarter than the men. And if the ladies don't want to hear this, well, that's how I know eventually you will find out. Because eventually this is going to come out. I don't care if you think that's never going to come out or you don't want to hear it. Guess what? It's going to be in every neighborhood near you. Alright? Seriously. Everyone's going to know this shit. And there's no going back to it. There's no denying it. If you deny it now, guess what? It's going to be harder for you to accept it in the future. So might as well embrace it and do your research too. Don't take my word for it. I'm saying this right now. Do not take my word for it. Do your research, do your Tai Chi, meditate, and build. Now, if you don't know about the building stuff, let me know and I'll tell you. Oh, what should I build and everything like that, you can build a lot of things, but I'm not getting too deep into it. I'm gonna, it's a whole nother video for another day, in my opinion, about building. But this is mostly about the sisters here, about Tiamat, and your sisters connected to it. You are so connected to the mother planet, you can literally tap into mother and she will literally instantly get you like that. We could do the same thing too as the brothers, but the sisters just... Why do you think they say your intuition is stronger than a woman? Okay? The spiritual world is the woman. The physical is the man. The reason I say that is because the spiritual world, when a man and a woman mate, they're creating chaos. They're creating a child. You cannot create light without chaos. I'm sorry. In the beginning, there was chaos. Alright, guys? And this is not in the Bible bullshit. This is literally in other civilizations that came out. Other civilizations that told this before the Bible came out. So don't say, oh, this is from the Bible. No, it's not. This is from other civilizations before the Bible. Do your research. Do your history. Or you're doomed to repeat it. Listening to stupid motherfuckers that literally did not give a fuck about you, ladies. What do you think in Rome? They wanted to dress like women. They hated you, women. They hated you. Back in Rome, when they did plays, they didn't get a woman to play as a woman. They got a man to dress as a woman. That's how much they hated you, woman. That's how much they hated you. They didn't fuck about you. Seriously. They didn't fuck about you. They didn't. So look at this. This right here. That is Tiamat and this is Marduk. Alright? They were fighting and battling, basically. Alright? They say that this is Enlil's son, but no, this is Enki's son, which is Zeus' son, not Enlil. I know they say that it's Enlil, and when you look him up, that shit's a lie. They like to put lies a lot. You just gotta research more, because there is something on YouTube. If you look at Mesopotamia story on YouTube, they will show that Enki and his woman gave birth to Marduk to attack Tiamat. Alright? Seriously. To fight Tiamat. And the whole thing between Tiamat is literally between the gods versus the Titans. Alright? That's our story, guys. The gods versus the Titans? That's us. Why do you think they keep showing fucking white people, man, and never a fucking Afro person? Why? Because they know our history. They know our history. Stop acting like these white folks used to be giant. They couldn't live in that atmosphere, only us. Because we were born in this planet. Duh. And I'm not saying you're dumb thinking of that. I'm just saying, duh, that's what it is. And I don't want you to feel offended about it just because I'm talking this way. I'm talking this way just because it has to get out that way. How else do you want me to talk about it? You want me to be calm and collective? Nah, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's not how information is. Alright? Seriously. Truth information is not calming down and telling you what it is. Because if I tell you what it is, you start freaking out because you be in your emotions. And I'm not talking about to the women. I'm not talking about to the women right here. I'm talking about to anybody. that watches this video. All right? I know men and women will watch this video, but this is still to the ladies. All right? This is Tiamat over here too, también. All right? Look at this. You see Tiamat? That's her. That is her. And if you want to see, and remember, hold on. Let me look at what is it? Oh, I was looking at this video too. The Calendar of Dindera, Bobby Hemmett. I said Dindera, but it said Devendera. Dindera. Is this it? If not, that's fine. I have. Oh, wait. I have it on my Facebook. I can just show you that right here, to be quite honest with you. You know what? Might as well go to my Facebook. I'll show you guys. I'll show you ladies. You ladies deserve to know. Why? Because you are the reasons why we are here. You're the reasons why there's so many things happening, mainly because these wicked motherfuckers just don't care about you. They don't. They want you to be subservient to them, and they literally want you to change your mindset to the point that you don't want to be who you are. I'm not getting too deep into it, but brothers and sisters know. Other ones that know and tap in, they know. So, let's see. See, this is one of them, Bobby Hemmett's, when he says this. Hold on, let me go back here. Look at this. Hold on. Let me pause this here. Press play. Go here.
We are against the gods. We're against the gods. It is not fitting to call us gods. We are chaos beings. That's even in the, I think that's either in the tripartite tractate in the Gnostic scripture, or even Apocalypse of John. One of them is not even fitting to call us gods. We're above God. Gods are our children.
Exactly.
They broke away from our ass.
Yep.
Now.
All right. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but that's just one example. I'm looking at my video right here too, which is kind of funny. Okay.
The oldest spiritual system in the world is called Typhonian, Ophidian, and Draconian. You ever heard? Just your ideas are very draconian. Well, where does that stuff come from? Number one, Draconian means the constellation of Draco, the great dragon, the northern region of the hemisphere. The great dragon, later on known as Leviathan. Before it was Leviathan, it was Typhon, Leviathan, and Typhon, a dynastic Egypt. The Typhonians, or the Draconians, or the Ophidians, is the oldest known worship system in the world. This is the.
You see here?
In the temple.
That's Tiamat. That's Torah. That's our great mother. That's her, guys. This is all mother, ladies. This is what she represents. This is your mother.
Papyrus in the wall.
This is her. You see?
The instructions.
Torah.
How to fix the
Tiamat, Kai.
temple and put the same hieroglyphic inscriptions on it. This temple is 90,000 years old, and you've seen the zodiac of Dendera.
Yeah, look. You can search this up.
The oldest concept of deity of God on the planet.
It is. This shit's
now,
old.
In the middle is the same hippopotamus goddess.
Yep.
Giving birth to all of this. That's the constellation of Draco.
Yep. That's the constellation of Draco, and this is what she looks like too. She's always pregnant. She's always giving birth. This is what she looks like. She's always going to look like this, all right? She could change her face into the other woman that you see? She's half hippopotamus, half lion, half crocodile, all right? This is what she looks like. She's supposed to look like that, all right? We don't look like, what is it? What they, you know how they depict angels and stuff like that? With, you know, light skin and beautiful golden hair and stuff like that. We're not like that. We're not like that at all. Literally. Here's something that some orcs say when I was looking at a video. Isaiah looked up in the heavens, and what did he saw? Serpents. All he saw was serpents. He didn't see males and females wearing robes and having wings. No, he saw serpents. he saw dragons. All right? He looked up in heaven and saw serpents. He didn't look in hell and saw serpents. He looked in heaven. Heaven. It was very specifically. Okay? So the reason this is a thing is because they don't want you to know this. The government of the world don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know who your mama is, your true cosmic mom. Alright? I'm not saying that the mom that you have is this and that. No. Because the mom that you do have is still represented of the cosmic mama. Alright? Torah, Tiamat, Kai, baby. The cosmic universe. Chaos, baby. Seriously. Why do you think they say that, why do you think, have no mercy on a woman Sqawn? Why do you think they say that? So there's so many stuff around here. There's so many stuff that you guys can research. I am dead fucking serious, alright? You need to research a lot with the whole, Tiamat stuff. And I'm gonna search up more here. Versus Marduk. You guys need to know this story, alright? Seriously. Because, okay. Here's this orc talking about it here. And what he's saying is not wrong.
That's Marduk.
Yep.
So the story of Marduk, I'll just give it to you very briefly.
Listen.
Tiamat and Ansem were locked in embrace at the beginning of time. Goddess of salt water, god of fresh water, together. Chaos and order. Right?
Remember, salt water and fresh water. That's a thing. And if you look up on Google, there's literally a split line between salt and fresh water. Scientists can't even fathom that. There's a reason for that, because that is a spiritual thing, and that is the spiritual science of things. The reason they can't fathom that is because they can't take their brain to that frequency. You can, my brothers and sisters. You can. But they can't. They can't. Why? Because they're not part of this system. Why do you think they need to do so much research? They're brand new. They're babies. They have to learn. They need to learn everything. They're toddlers. They're toddlers. They need to learn everything. And even if they barely even know anything, they still need to learn it. They're babies in this galaxy. They really are. But yet they refuse to learn. Not all of them, but some of them are like that. But there's so much of them to the point that's actually hurting us. Because they refuse. They refuse to bow down, basically. They refuse to literally let go of this system. Because this system is what makes them alive, and they can use us to harness us. That's why there's so many kidnappings, guys. That's why there's so many children's missing. Alright? Seriously. Some of my family members know about this reptilian stuff. That what the reptilians do and who they work for. Alright? The reptilians are real. Now, I'm not talking about the dragons that I'm talking about. We are cosmic deities and dragons, automatically. Because why? This planet is a realm of dragons. And there was people that came here and thought that they could rule this planet. They couldn't. Maybe they ruled a little bit for a small period of time, but they couldn't rule forever. Because we were going to come back eventually. We were going to wake up eventually. They were told that we will be asleep for thousands of years. It only took, 400 or 500 years? Maybe less? That's not a long time. That is not a long time. All of this started... You heard about the mud flood, right? Everyone knows about the mud flood. Everyone knows about the grand flood that happened in the whole world, right? That happened in the 1800s, by the way. That happened in the 1800s. Look up the orphan train. I encourage you to look up what I'm telling you. I am encouraging you. Why? Because I guarantee you, my sisters, you be so smart. And if any brothers are watching this too, you be so smart. I guarantee you, man. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Look it up from head to toe. Feel it with a fine comb and never stop. Just because you did it with a fine comb does not tell you should stop. Keep going, keep digging, and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. And trust me, you will find so many stuff that you wouldn't even freaking imagine, in my opinion, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. So there's so many stuff. I was going to click more of his video, but I wanted to find another video that's more better and stuff like that. Because I feel like, I mean, he's fine, but I feel like he doesn't do it justice. The Babylonian myth. All right, fine. Let me find that right now. Here it is. The Babylonian the Babylonian creation. Here it is.
Before anything had a name, before there was firm ground or sky or the sun and moon, there was Apsu, the sweet water sea, and Tiamat, the salt water sea. When these two seas mingled, they created the gods Lamu and Lahamu, who rose from the silt at the edge of the water. When Lamu and Lahamu joined, they created the great gods Anshar, Kishar, and Anu. From this generation of gods, there arose mighty Ea and his many brothers. Ea and his brothers were restless.
That's Zeus, by the way.
Surged over the waters day and night. Neither Apsu nor Tiamat could get any rest. They tried to plead with the gods to tread softly, but powerful Ea didn't hear them. Apsu decided the only way to have some peace was to destroy Ea and his brothers.
You hear that?
He began to plot their demise with some of the first generation gods.
You hear that?
But Ea heard of their plans and struck him down first. This began a war among the gods.
Between the Titans and the gods.
Was furious that her mate was killed, and she began producing great and ferocious monsters to slay Ea and his brothers. She created poisonous dragons and demons and serpents. She created the viper, the sphinx, the lion, the mad dog, and scorpion man. The chief of them all was called Kingu. He led the army of Tiamat.
Now, Kingu. I want to talk about Kingu, ladies. Kingu is an awesome brother. Alright? I think they're gonna mention it here, but I'm gonna mention it right now. When this war ended, they took Kingu. They took him and made us. It wasn't the only blood that they used for Kingu. All the monsters, all the stuff that Tiamat made and everything like that, all the blood just mixed together to create you and me. Alright? Seriously. Alright? That's one of the reasons why these wicked ones are scared for the Titans to come back to wake up. They are scared of that. Because once they wake up, once the Titans wake up, they showed you this in Cabin in the Woods. Remember Cabin in the Woods? When in the ending you see a giant hand come out and everything like that? Yes, that was the Titans. That was the Titans. Alright? Seriously. The Titans are ferocious. We don't give a fuck, man. We don't. We are Titans. We don't give a fuck. We don't. Why do you think some of us don't give a fuck? Because we are the Titans. Stop, seriously. I know some of you guys don't, some of you guys care and are loving and everything like that. That goes to my brothers and sisters. I am too. But when you have a species of people that really don't give a fuck and want to kill you and kill you and kill you, even when their own kind is telling them to stop that, that is a problem, man. Their own kind is telling them to not do this. And they're still doing it. So what do you think is going to happen? War is going to happen. And the thing is, they're fighting amongst each other too. What do you think they're promoting that war in other nations? They're fighting each other, killing each other, and whoever wins fights us. Because they know what's going to happen to our structure of DNA, basically. What they told you, what is DNA? It's actually DEA. Alright? But our molecular structure is literally changing as we speak. You might not notice it, and that's fine. But when this time does come, you're going to be like, yo, how did I get out of this? It's because you were actually adapting. Your body was changing while all of this stuff was happening. What do you think the pandemic happened? It happened because their war is now ending. And the pandemic happened just to remind you people to, hey, this shit's over. It's done. The war that you live in is dead. But guess what? It's not the planet that's dying. It's just the world that we live in, which is called a system that these wicked ones made. And it's not going to last. It's dying off. You can't say that, oh, it's going to last when it's made on a structure that doesn't have a good foundation. If it had a good foundation, it would have stayed. But it doesn't have a good foundation. The reason it never had a good foundation to begin with is because they were using it for wickedness. If they wasn't using it for wickedness, that foundation would have stood. But since they were using it for wickedness, it's crumbling. Every time someone wakes up or every time someone points out, hey, what the fuck? It crumbles and crumbles and crumbles and crumbles. Right now, it's to the point that's literally, there's no legs. It's literally on top of their freaking necks right now. And they're trying to get out under the table. While we're on top of the table, squishing them. We're squishing them right now. We're squishing them. And they'll scare us hell. That's why eventually they're going to declare war on us soon. Don't be surprised and don't be scared either. All right? Once they do that, you know what's going to happen to your body. There's a reason why they make a movie called Superman and Wonder Woman, baby. I am dead serious. All right? There's a reason why we have Looney Tunes. There's a reason why we have Ghostbusters. There's a reason why we have Godzilla. All right? And you ladies are so smart to the point you will get it. And if some of you ladies don't get it and all that, look, I'm not saying it's not for you. I will say this. Eventually you will. Especially if you're part of nature. If you're part of nature, you're going to get it eventually. You're going to get it. You know, it just takes time for some people. You're not going to wake someone up if they don't want to be waking up. It's like you falling asleep. And they're going like this to you, like, shut the fuck up, I want to go to sleep. You know, I need some rest, you know. So, you know how you get pissed off and someone tries to wake you up? It's happened to me before. So, take that in that perspective. That's why I don't try to talk to people a lot about this stuff, because if they're asleep and they don't get it, then then why should I even talk to them more, you know? That's not a bad thing or anything like that. It's just that I'm wasting my energy on someone that doesn't get it. So if you got it, cool. But if you don't get it, then, hey, watch this video later if you want. And you'd be like, wait a minute, I'm so intrigued to this person, what they're talking about, and I'm still want to know what they're talking about. Well, what the heck? You're pushing yourself. Your soul is actually talking to you, and your intuition is literally telling you, search this shit up. If you want to see if he's lying, search it up. Search it up. Check if he's lying. Check if he's lying. Check if he's lying. Check if I am lying. I guarantee you're going to be like, oh shit. Especially for your brothers, not the sisters, because I believe the sisters would be like, oh yeah. But the brothers, it's going to be a hard time for the brothers. That's why when the sisters wake up, the brothers are going to come in and be like, oh yeah. Because it's just, look, the reason it's like that is because when you're next to a high vibration person and you go right next to them, it's going to get connected to you automatically. You don't have to talk to them. Shout out to Gummy H, because he mentioned that not that long ago, and it's true. It is true. You don't have to be right next to the person, talk about enlightenment stuff. You could just be right there, and all of a sudden, boom, they talk about something. You look at them like, I didn't have to tell them shit. Holy shit. You know? So it's a thing that we can do. And that's how you know we're in tune and spiritual and we're part of nature. Nature wants us to wake up. Nature wants us to be warriors again. We are the cells of this planet. And we have to protect her. There's a virus in this planet that needs to be wiped out. If there's a virus inside your body, obviously there's going to be something in your body that's going to fight off that virus, because it understands that it's not supposed to be there. You know? So why does all body accept that? But when certain people on this planet, all of a sudden you and me want to accept that no, especially if they're killing you and me and they're killing the planet. That makes no sense. Why are you going to leave a person here? Why are you going to leave a person on this planet that's destroying the world? That makes no sense. That tells me that you don't give a fuck about, not the ward, but you don't care about the planet. The ward can die, but the planet cannot die. But if you hurt the planet, she can. But she has a defense mechanism. Because this planet is the heaven planet. That's why they came here. Why do you think they don't want us to wake up? This is the heaven planet. People want to look for heaven and shit. This is the heaven planet. We're already here, guys. We've been here all this time. We've been in the heaven realm. But it doesn't feel like heaven. It's because we got invaded by wicked motherfuckers that want to make this world hell. And they have. They have. They reached their goal. But guess what? Their goal didn't last that long. It literally lasted, when you really think about it in the cosmic realm, it literally lasted a second. To them, it lasted a few years because in the physical realm, it lasts years. But in the cosmic realm, in the universe, in the spiritual realm, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. It's amazing, right? But I'll keep going with this video here to show you ladies more. And brothers, if you're watching, you know.
Tiamat's monsters into heaven against Ea and his brothers to avenge Apsu's death. While Tiamat fashioned her army, Ea and the goddess Damkina created the great god Marduk. His eyes flashed with lightning, and when he spoke, he breathed fire. He was fearless and radiant. The gods cowered before him. "You are the great sun," they cried. Ea and the gods told him of the advancing army. They needed his help to defeat them. "I will fight for you, but after the war is over, I shall rule the universe on high."
You hear that?
The gods agreed. Marduk made ready for battle. He gathered the 4 winds to clear the path to Tiamat. Marduk burst out of the sky in its flame.
Have you seen these horses? What they remind you of? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Chariot pulled by his team Killer, Crusher, Unyielder, and Fleet.
And you see he has that lightning? What do you think he got that lightning from? From his daddy. And his daddy is Zeus.
He held the royal scepter and ring covered in golden armor. He rode into battle bearing his bow and arrow.
Remember, this was the time when the gods and the titans fought. Okay? The gods and the titans fought. The dragons, from titan dragons to titan dragons and titan gods let me say it again. Titan dragons and god dragons were fighting with each other around this time. Alright? And the people that you know as wicked ones, they were around, but they didn't come to this realm. They didn't. They wished they were, but they couldn't come to this realm because the realm was too high vibration for them to come here. Alright?
And a mighty thunderbolt. Marduk was glorious to behold. He struck fear in the hearts of all Tiamat's brood. The sea waters of Tiamat swirled together and formed a vast and fearsome dragon.
See, this is her. This is Mama. Remember, Mama is a dragon. And that should tell you, sisters and brothers, that you are a dragon also. If the planet herself is a dragon, then who are you? A dragon. She created you. You manifested yourself here. You are a dragon. You are a dragon. You are a serpent that they say in the Bible. Oh, but the serpent talked to Eve. Yeah, the reason the serpent talked to Eve is because he went to the woman and not the man. The woman creates life, not the man. The man has just the lightning bolt that sparks life. Any man can put his seed inside a woman to spark life, but what is your mama? The reason I say that is because every child that you're gonna have is already inside of the woman. It's not from the man, it's inside the woman. That's why I mentioned literally a few seconds ago that he just has the lightning bulb. That's really it. It's just the lightning bulb to create life. And that could have been any man. That could have been anybody. But you yourself had that child and it came out of you. Alright? And that child came out of that portal of your vagina. It's literally a portal to the cosmic realm, to the spiritual realm. All right? What do you think it's filled with darkness? All right? Seriously, the same thing with the sperm. All right? That's why mating sometimes it's a sacred thing sometimes, you know? Not to say you can't, I'm not saying mate for fun, but like mate because you value your person and all that, but if you're not getting pregnant, then that's fine. But if you are, then that's what it is. All right? Some people want to say these games for sex and everything like that. But hey man, I mean if you want to think that way, go ahead, but literally sex is not really a game, man. If you think it's a game, you know what? I could talk about that all day. I'm not going to, man. I'm not going to. Because if I did, I'd be here all day and I would rant like a motherfucker. I'm not doing that. I'm not. This is about for you sisters. This is about for anyone that watches. You sisters deserve a video that has knowledge to the point that you need, that not you need to wake up, to the point that you can think. You know, and think outside of the box to the point that you be like, I need to research more about ancient history and stuff like that. And you'll be surprised how much ancient culture that you look all around the world is literally the same thing, just with different names. All the cultures around the world knew and recorded a flood, but they never knew each other. They did, subconsciously they did, because they were all connected basically. But when they never met each other from across the sea, that should tell you something, man. We were connected in a hive mind, in a hive brain, and that was the planet herself, you know. So going back,
she opened her mouth wide to scream. Before she could utter a word, Marta cast a hurricane into her mouth. She swallowed it, and the hurricane almost burst her apart from the inside. Before she could cast a single spell, Marta let one of his arrows fly. It cut her neatly in half. Tiamat's monsters trembled as she died. Marta raised half of her body to the heavens to form the sky, and the other half formed the earth. Marta was victorious, and now the undisputed king of the universe. No one ever questioned his rule. He created the days of the year, the planets and their paths in the heavens, the stars and their constellations, and the moon and her moods. He became the sun and gave all the gods their responsibilities. After a time, he decided to create a creature that could serve the gods and bear the burden of hard work looking after the earth. Marduk first created a structure from bone left over from the bones of the dead monsters from the war.
You hear that? You heard that? You heard that? You heard that? Look at this. Marduk first created a structure from bone left over from the bones of the dead monsters from the war. That's us, guys. We are those monsters. We are those titans. Okay? That's why they don't want us to get angry. Because when we do get angry, we actually push shit around the universe and around other places around the planet that they don't tell you. When we get angry, we move stuff that we don't notice. Eventually they say something in the news. Oh, something tragic happened and this and that. How could this happen? How could this happen to us? Yeah, stuff like that. It's because you did it. Without knowing it. Congratulations, brothers and sisters. You know your power, baby. You know your power. And you deserve to know, baby. You deserve to know, brothers and sisters. Hell yeah. If you don't know this, you're just going to doom to repeat bullshit that they want you to repeat. Now, it's obviously 100% possible for you guys to learn this all by yourself. Obviously. I've learned this all by myself. It's just that when I make videos like this, I want other brothers and sisters to look at this to be like, yo, he might have something and stuff like that. Because there's still brothers and sisters out here that don't know what's going on around here. They don't. That's why when the whole pandemic happened, they were like, what's going on? Why is this happening? I'm like, it's happening because this shit's over. This shit is over, and we as the Titans / monsters are waking up to the point that we're going to defeat these wicked ones. There's no turning back on this. This cannot be stopped. You cannot stop. Once you awaken, basically, once you're in tune to thyself, you can't shut it off. You can't shut it off. You can't shut it off. You cannot shut it off. I know somebody's going to be like, well, they shut it off before. Yeah, because we had towers in our realm and they shut that off and then we fell. But guess what? Yes, we can build more towers and stuff like that, but the towers are now within us. That's why sometimes when we build and everything like that, it becomes more of the frequency when we plant it down on the ground. It lifts us more up because since we are the towers ourselves and we're building, it's like a tower making a tower. You built that, energy to you, energy to that, and then energy to the ground, to the planet, and to the atmosphere. It all connects. It all circles around. And then it goes to you, it goes to me, it goes to my mom, it goes to your dad, it goes to your sisters. It goes everywhere, all over the planet. It's a beautiful thing. It's a huge, beautiful thing. It is. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, guys. It really is. And these motherfuckers, like your politicians, your presidents and shit like that, they are scared of that shit. They don't want you to build. But you see them build all the time. But they don't want you to build. Oh, no, build with us. Motherfucker, no. It's not even going to walk halfway as I want it to because you're making it with me, bitch. If I make it with a brother and sister, it'll be more heightened and more better. All right? And around this time too, around the times when the gods and the titans fought, I've said this before, most likely in this video, the atmosphere was so different. It was hot. It was tropical. It was a tropical planet. The reason that happened is because the devil with 3 heads came to this realm and made it icy. Look at the book Dante's Inferno. Dante's Inferno literally explains, if you look in Dante's Inferno, Dante goes to hell to go to heaven, right? But when he goes to hell, to the tip down where the devil is, he's surrounded by ice, guys. He's not surrounded by fire, he's surrounded by ice. He's surrounded by ice. And he has 3 heads. And don't be surprised if that's Marduk. Or what's his name? Moloch. Moloch is a child sacrifice deity that people that kidnap children and sacrifice them, yeah, they worship that deity. That's a real being. There's literally a long time ago, I found out that they're kidnapping, they're taking cows' organs and everything like that. So when I heard that tells me they're trying to bring him back into a physical realm. They're trying to bring that type of deity in this physical realm. They're going to put all those things together like Frankenstein. There's a reason why they make the Frankenstein movie for. All right? A lot of old movies from the 30s and 30s and 40s, all those movies, especially from the 1910s, they showed you all of that stuff. You just need to look for it. I know some people don't like to look at black and white movies, but old black and white movies actually showed you the goddamn truth. That's why they don't make them anymore. They don't make black and white movies anymore because they was just so raw and so like, I'm going to show you what it is, motherfucker. And back then, people were so naive that they didn't look at it. But now when we look back at it, we're like, holy shit, why they don't make movies like this anymore? It's because they refuse to. That's how it makes people think right away. Seriously. Look also the movie Metropolis. It has a Moloch in there too. The movie Metropolis has that. In the movie Metropolis, you see these people walking on a machine and they killing themselves, and then the guy that's rich, he's looking at the people that on the lower spectrum, and he's sad. He's like, what the fuck? My dad is making these people walk to a machine that's actually killing them. And then he sees these people walking like zombies like this, marching to the mouth of Moloch and sacrificing themselves to him, aka the machine. So it can keep going and going and going so the rich people can get more money or stay afloat. That movie, Metropolis, oh my God, Metropolis is so good. It's so good. It's so good. That's why these old movies are literally spiritual and enlightenment at the same time, man. They literally are. They literally are. They make you think outside the box to the point that it might make you scared. It might make you scared at first, but over time when you keep thinking about it, you'll be like, no, they want you to be scared. You gotta use this, you gotta use that tactic of scaredness and switch it to knowledge. Because they want you to be scared. Because that's how they lower your frequency and then you don't want to see it anymore. You see? When it comes to knowledge, you want to see it more and more and more because you're actually intrigued. You actually want to learn. And that's something they don't want you to do. They don't want you to learn. But guess what? Some people are going to be like that. They're going to be like that. And those are what we call the chosen ones. All right? They made a Harry Potter movie about it. You are the chosen one, Harry. There's a reason why they made a movie like that. All right? And that's why in the movie, Harry Potter, Hermione literally tells Harry, you need to realize who you are. You know? So, you ladies, you need to realize who you are too. Same thing with our men. You know? So, this is just fascinating and beautiful, guys. It really is. It really is. Alright? You guys need to pay attention to a lot of stuff that's out here. Because if you don't, like I said again, you're doomed to repeat it. And then you're going to keep questioning yourself, why does this keep happening to me? It's because you're not learning from it. You see? You know? So, let's move on. This video is almost done, literally.
Then he formed the flesh around it and breathed life into it.
You see?
Man was given his name. He took up residence on the earth, while the gods ascended to heaven. Thus the gods were freed from eternal labor.
And there you go. I think that's it. I think that's all I can talk about, to be quite honest with you. The more I can think about it. If you look at the D&D Tiamat, she has like multiple heads like a Hydra. There's also a video here. I'm not gonna press it, but it says right here. This orc talks about it. Evidence the serpent is a seraphim. And a seraphim is one of the highest deities out in heaven. A seraphim is a serpent. It's a fiery serpent. Alright? So this is why I want to show you ladies and stuff like that. I'll probably there's probably way more that I can show you. Way more that I could show you. But I don't want to do that because I just want to make this video to push yourself to the point that you should want to push yourself to see this stuff. Because this is actually going to happen in the future, guys. We're going to go back to what actually it's happening right now as we speak. But we are remembering who we are. And we're going to bring this whole system that we know down. Just by us waking up, just by us literally waking up, just by us being like, yo, what's this and that? And meditating and doing your Tai Chi and building, just by us doing that, changes everything. It changes the atmosphere. It changes how we think. It changes how the world is. And it starts killing people off. Yeah. People that are not supposed to be here, they start dying off. So if you want to blame anybody for the pandemic and shit like that, guess what you need to blame it on? The people that literally meditated, did their Tai Chi, and started building. Alright? If you want to blame anybody for this war ending, blame us. Blame us. But this war needs to end. Because there's no balance. There is no balance. Men want to be men, women want to be women. How's that a balance? Most people are like, oh, that's so fucked up and shit like that. Okay, you can say that. That's fine. I'm just telling you in a spiritual enlightenment way. I hang out with people that are trans and gay and bi and all that. I hang out with people like that. It's not like and I don't tell them all of this stuff. But that's a thing that's going to happen, guys. You think that in the future is going to be sustainable in the future still? No, it's not. It's going to die off. I hope you know that. It's going to die off. You guys might think that, oh, no, it's not. How dare you? You can't make me forced to be what I want to be. Well, guess what? It depends what you eat. It does depend what you eat. That's why it changes your mind. But people don't want to admit that to themselves because they want to be like, oh, I can eat whatever I want. Okay, do that. But once you started doing some things and you're like, wait a minute, I never used to do this before. Why am I like this? It's because you started eating something that you're not supposed to eat. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. Well, that's your fault. Not mine. And that's to the haters. That's just to the haters. I'm not saying it to you sisters or you brothers. That's just to the haters. Right? You know, I just want to make you smile and laugh and stuff like that because I'm that type of person, you know. I just want to make you feel good. Not make you feel good, but make you think, but also, you know, put a smile on your face, obviously, too. Because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Knowing thyself, knowing who you people come from, and knowing what's going to happen to us. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if there's brothers and sisters out here that don't get it, let them be. Let them be. You don't have to force them. You don't have to show them it. Just do you. Learn and expand yourself. And guess what? Eventually, this is going to end. The reason I say eventually is because, guys, they want to get rid of nature. They want to get rid of the trees. They want to get rid of you by 2025. And next year is 2024. So what do you think is going to happen? War is going to happen. War is going to happen. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You're right. But if these wicked beings these wicked beings are not going to stop without a fight. So what are we going to do? We're going to fight. That's what we need to meditate. That's what we need to build. That's what we need to do our Tai Chi. Because when this stuff does happen, we literally can blow a laser out of our hand. We can literally look at our enemies and they will crumble. Just by us looking at them and thinking about it. We don't have to touch them. We don't have to gun. We don't need a gun and shoot them and shit like that. No, we don't. We just look at them and be like, you're dead, and they die. That's the war we are going to right now. That's the frequency we're heading to right now. And if you don't like it, well, you're just gonna go with these wicked ones and these pedophiles, to be quite honest with you. If you don't like that if you don't want the war that we're going to go to, guess what? You're going to die off or go, and I'm talking to everybody here. I'm not talking to my sisters. I'm talking to everybody here. You're going to die off or be part with these wicked ones, and they're going to eat you alive, man. They're going to eat you alive. They're going to eat you alive because they're hungry. They're hungry right now. They need blood. These are the type of beings that are like that. They need blood to sustain themselves. If they don't have blood, they go crazy. They go cuckoo. They go like a wild animal, like a wild shark. Okay? They do. So you have to tap in and know thyself, because if they ever attack you, that's the thing. If you're high vibration, they will never go after you. They can't eat a high vibration person. They will literally die. Yes, they'll kill you, but they will literally die. And plus, you're immortal anyways. I just showed you a video that Marduk killed Kinyu, and he used the body parts of him and the monsters, what Tiamat bought, and made us. Can you believe that? We are monsters. We are titans. So there's no reason for us to be scared at pedophiles. These are mostly pedophiles, guys. Why are you scared of people that go after kids? Don't be scared of them. They're weak. They're pathetic. They're motherfuckers. And they deserve to die. Okay? Seriously. Because that type of shit, them what they're doing, they're not supposed to do. Remember, I told you this, I said this in this video, that this is a heaven realm. And what they're doing is not what they're supposed to do. That's why they're going to get their karma. Okay? It's funny that some people think that they will never get their karma, but you can get your karma. Isn't that not fair? That if you did something to someone, you get that karma, but if they did something, they don't get that karma? Does that make sense? To the people that think that way, I'm going to say this. Something's fucking wrong with you. You don't think these wicked ones are not going to get that karma? No, they won't, because they have all this money. The money's dying off. The money's worthless. I'm dead serious. Your $20, the money that you have in a bank account right now, it's worthless. It's worthless. Yeah, sure, you're using it to pay bills and do all of this stuff, but to be honest, it is worthless right now. It's worthless. It's worthless. Why do you think they want it to be a digital currency now? Because the cash that we'll see is worthless. They can't do cash anymore because it's not backed up by gold. They got rid of that when the Titanic sank. Yeah, I'm dead serious. The people that died in the Titanic were actually holding the gold to make sure that we didn't get, debt in America. But the wicked ones decided to kill those people off in Titanic to people that want to back up gold, so they killed them off in that Titanic. And guess what? Now the money's not backed up by gold. That's why Titanic was all about. Titanic was literally about rich people dying off. And yes, there's some poor people and all that stuff, of course. To show it in your movie, guys, come on. You know, there was a lot of innocent people that died there. But there was a lot of rich people that died there too, that want the money to be backed up by gold. Because they knew if it wasn't, we'll be bankrupt. Why? Because the other nations around the world don't want money. They want gold. They don't want paper money. They want gold. Why do you think the other nations are now splitting apart with the American money? And the government, and the American government is going crazy to the point, no, you have to have our money, China. You have to have it. And they're like, no, we're having our own currency. Go fuck yourself and go over there. The world is changing, man. The world is changing. Okay? Seriously. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be safe. Be safe, your brothers and sisters. Seriously, be safe, sisters. I know this is mostly for the sisters and stuff like that, to talk about Tiamat and everything like that, but there's other stuff I want to talk about here too, with your ladies. Because your ladies are so smart. You know something's wrong. You do. You know something's wrong. And that's why knowing thyself and pushing yourself helps so much. Okay? Seriously. You just got to push yourself to know thyself. And when you do know thyself, you start noticing a lot of stuff. And guess what? When you have kids, you're going to teach them that stuff. And then your offspring is going to do the same thing with their other offsprings. It's a beautiful thing. It is. It's a beautiful thing. And then there's going to be people around here saying that, oh, you should not have kids. You're right. And then you'll be like, oh, you act that way, right? You act that way, right? And then you will have your kid go to school and learn bullshit. Those are the people that have that mindset are going to die off. I hope you know that. They're all going to die off. It's just like anything in nature. If you don't adapt and evolve with nature, you will die off. Why do you think there's some animals that have died off? Because they don't adapt with nature. If you don't adapt with nature, you'll die off. Plain and simple. Good example, the dodo birds. Oh, they just died off because they were dumb. Yeah, but they didn't adapt. You mean tell me one dodo bird died and the other dodo bird was just like, yeah, let's not do that. That's adapting, you dumb fuck. God! Oh my God! God, are we really this dumb? Are we really this dumb? If we're that dumb, then forget it. Half of the population's gone. Half of the population is gone. And only 1% survives. Not my fault. Not my fucking fault. At least I know thyself.